We just wanted to start to tell you about court and what's going to happen at court and practice a few questions with you. We're going to be asking questions to you. You'll be sitting on the witness stand next to the judge. We'll probably be sitting at our desk in front of the judge and asking you questions.
And we've prepared a lot of questions for you that we have a copy for you, because you've got to be able to answer questions by the judge, questions by the trial attorney. We want you to feel comfortable. We don't want you to be nervous and freeze up. You know, whereas if you memorize this like a script, it's not going to work. We need you to be able to be candid, forthcoming, and spontaneous, but it'll help you to go through this, because you'll understand why we're asking questions of you.
Now we're going to go through the questions with you, and we're going to be stopping you and going over your answers. This is so that we can help to refine your answers so that the judge hears what's really important and so that your story gets out in a really clear way. So it's not because you're answering them wrong, it's just that there's a certain way that they should be answered. So let's get started with a few questions, okay? We'll start with some of the easy ones. Okay, ready? What's your name?
Fatima Touré.
And when were you born?
July 4th.
Where?
In Conakry, in Guinea.
Okay. Why did you flee Guinea?
Because my life was in danger, and I was afraid that the government would continue to harm me.
Okay. Why did the government harm you?
Because my family is involved in politics, and my uncle is trying to change the government, is working to change the government.
Okay.
Any other reasons why the government sought to harm you?
Yes, because I am Malinke.
Right. Try to remember to tell us about that too when we ask you.
If you don't answer all the questions fully, it's our job to try to help you to answer them. So that's why I did that follow-up question right now. But the more complete you are in your answers, the more helpful it will be for us, because we can only ask follow-up questions on the answers that you provide in court. So you establish the facts for us, and then we keep asking more questions.
Yeah, we can only help you out to a certain extent with our questions. If we help you out too much, then the judge won't let us ask the question and he won't let you answer it. For example, we can say, and one of my questions will be, were you ever harmed? And you could say yes, and I'll follow up with the question. I can't say, were you beaten and tortured? I won't be allowed to ask that. What I can say is, how were you harmed? And then you can tell me the answer. So let's go on with some more questions,
Sounds
shall we?
great.
Okay. What exactly is Malinke?
Malinke is my ethnicity. It is the second largest ethnic group in Guinea.
Okay. And who are your parents?
My mother's name is Waida Touré, and my father's name is Malik Touré.
And your uncle?
His name is Lamine Touré.
Okay. And how are you related to him?
He is a distant cousin of my father's.
Okay. And what's your relationship with him?
He came to support my family after my father died, and
Remember when you told us about him, what did you call him?
My father?
Exactly.
Yeah, you can say that he was like a father to you. He was my adopted father, even.
Because he supported you, he helped you and your family members, he lived with you, he was like your father.
Right. Okay, let's skip ahead to the second time that you were attacked at home. Okay. You said that after the first time you were arrested at home, that the next time you weren't so lucky. What are you referring to?
Because that time when they arrested me, that's when I was harmed.
Okay. Tell us what happened that day. Where were you?
I was in the yard playing with my cousin, and then I saw the Jeep coming up to my house, and I went inside to tell my mother that there's a Jeep. The Jeep is coming.
Well, what was it about this Jeep?
It was the same Jeep as the last time of the Presidential Guard, and that's why I went to tell my mother, because I recognized the Jeep.
And then what happened?
And then 4 of the Presidential Guard, they came out of the Jeep with guns, and they came up to my house, and they came inside and they started to ask where is my uncle, where they wanted to know where he was. And they asked my mother, and we could not tell them because we did not know.
What exactly did they say?
They said, where is your uncle? Where is Mr. Toure?
Okay. When you're talking about what people said, you want to be as accurate as possible, because in your declaration, we have in your declaration, where is Lamine? Tell us where he is.
Okay.
So, you want to be able to have it like this is exactly what they said.
Okay.
Okay.
Did they say anything else?
No, they asked my aunt, they talked to my mother, and my mother did not know either, and my aunt did not know either. They said racial slurs.
Okay.
They called us names. I don't remember specifically what they said, but they said dirty malenke. I don't remember the other stuff that they said.
Okay, well, that's going to be very important because it shows what their motivation was.
So what happened next?
And when we ask those what happened next, that's a way for you to keep moving with all the details of what's happening. You're doing wonderfully. The abuse is critical in your case because we're showing that you suffered severe persecution, severe harm. So this is where you want to be as detailed as possible about what happened, how long it took, how you felt, all of the reactions, so that you can bring us in as if we're right there in the room and we're seeing what's happening to you and we're saying, how can this be happening? This is so horrible.